Hello students, I hope that you are good, well and fine. In today's session, we will be seeing CLAT PYQs 2022 Quantitative Techniques. So in this session, as you can all see that we are going to discuss or we are going to solve PYQs of year 2022 Quantitative Techniques. So before going to the first question, let me just show you a little small disclaimer for our viewers. Disclaimer says, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Thank you. Now, let's move to the first question of this session. What it says, it is kind of passage question. What do we mean by that? That you have a passage, in that passage you have some meaningful information, and on the basis of that information you have to answer a question which is mentioned below the passage, as you can see here. Okay, so let me just break it down, the information for you. As per a survey conducted in a college, out of total students enrolled, that is 3000, the total number of students 3000, and the survey conducted in 2020 to 2021. Okay, now 1700 were girls and 1300 were boys. Data regarding students opting for various streams, non-medical, medical, commerce, arts, fine arts, okay, showed that 25% of the students enrolled opted non-medical, and the percentage of girls in non-medical was 30% of the total number of girls. Okay, now 15% of the students opted medical, and the percentage of girls who opted medical was 18% of the total number of girls. Okay, now 25% of the total students opted arts, but the percentage of girls who opted for arts was 15% of the total number of girls. 16% of total students opted for commerce, and the percentage of girls who opted commerce was 17% of the total number of girls. The last one, 19% of the total students opted fine arts, and the percentage of girls who opted fine arts was 20% of the total number of girls. I hope that this information is very clear to you. In what stream, how much percent of girls are there? Okay, now let's see the actual question, which is how many girls have opted non-medical. So you have to answer that how many girls have opted non-medical stream. Okay, options are 440, 365, 530 and 510. Easy question. So you will have 10 seconds to try this question and then mark your options. After 10 seconds, we'll see its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. I hope that you have marked your options. Let's see what is the correct option and its explanation. Correct option is D. Correct option is D, 510. Okay, let's see. Total number of students 3000. Total number of girls 1700. Okay, girls opting for non-medical. Percentage of girls in non-medical 30% of total, means 30% of 1700 means 0.3 multiplied with 1700 means 510. I hope that this explanation is clear to you. Okay, clear? Let's move to next question. Here, passage given to you is the same passage. Okay, let me just quickly go through it. Total number of students. Okay, clear? Now, 25% of student enrolled opted non-medical. Percentage of girl in non-medical, 30% of the total number. 15% of total student opted for medical. Percentage of girls who opted medical was 18% of total number of girls. 25% of total student opted arts. Percentage of girls who opted arts was 15% of total number of girls. 16% of total students opted commerce. Percentage of girls who opted commerce was 17% of the total number of girls. 19% of the total students opted fine arts. Percentage of girls who opted fine arts, 20% of the total number of girls. Now, the actual question, the main question. Girls have outnumbered boys in fine arts. How many girls in fine arts are more than boys as a percentage of total number of boys in fine arts? Options are 49.62, 47.82, 51.23, 50.89. I hope question is clear. Okay. So you will have 10 seconds to try this question and then mark your options accordingly. After 10 seconds, we'll show you its correct option as well as its explanation. So your time starts now. I hope you tried it. You marked your option. Let's move to its correct option. Correct option is B, means the required percentage will be 47.82%. Let's see how. Total student opting for fine arts, 19% of total students, as you can see, means 570. Number of girls who opted fine arts, 20% of total number of girls, means 340. Since the total number of students in fine arts is 570, okay, this means boys in fine arts will be total number of students minus girls in fine arts. You will have 230. So boys in fine arts will be 230. Now the difference between girls and boys in fine arts is just 110. Now what? Now this has to be converted into percentage. So percentage of girls in fine arts more than the boys in fine arts. So percentage will be difference divided by boys in fine arts multiply with 100. So you will have your answer as approximate answer as 47.82%. I hope that it is clear to you. Let us move to the next question. The same passage. Let me just quickly go through it. 3,000 total student. 25% student enrolled in non-medical. Percentage of girls in non-medical, 30% of total number of girls. 15% of total students opted for medical. Percentage of girls, 18% of total girls. 25% opted arts. Percentage of girls, 15% of total number of girls. 16% students opted commerce. Percentage of girls opted commerce, 17%. And 19% of total students opted fine arts. And the percentage of girls who opted fine arts, 20% of the total number of girls. I hope that it is clear. The information is very clear to you. Now the main question, which of the following courses have been opted maximum number of boys? Options: non-medical, arts, fine arts, commerce. Okay, I hope question is clear to you. You will have 10 seconds to try this question and then mark your options accordingly. After 10 seconds, we'll show you the correct option and its explanation. Your time starts now. I hope that you have marked your option. Let's see its correct option and explanation. Correct option is B. So arts. Okay, let's see. For non-medical, total number of students opting non-medical 25% means 750 students. Number of girls 30% of total number of girls means 510. Number of boys 750 minus 510 240, as you can see. In medical, total students in medical 15% of total number of students means 450. Number of girls in medical 18% of total girls means 306. Now number of boys means 450 minus 306. You will have 144. In arts, total number of students 25% of total number of students. You will have 750. Number of girls in arts 15% of total number of girls means 255. Now 750 minus 255 means 495 will be number of boys in arts. Now fine arts, total number of students in fine art 19% of 3000 means 570. Number of girls in fine arts 20% of total number of girls means 340. Now 570 minus 340 will be 230, and this will be the number of boys in fine arts. As you can see, so the maximum number of boys enrolled is in stream arts. Okay, that's why B option is correct. I hope that this explanation is clear to you. Let us move to the next question. The same passage is given to you. Okay, let me just quickly go through it. 3000 total number of students, 25 enrolled in non-medical, and in that percentage of girls in non-medical 30% of the total number of girls. 15% of total student opted medical. Number of percentage of girls 18% of the total number of girls. 25% opted for arts. In that percentage of girls opted arts 15% of total number of girls. 16% of total students opted commerce. In that percentage of girls 17% of total number of girls. 19% opted fine arts. In that percentage of girls opted fine art 20% of the total number of girls. Now the actual question: which of the following courses have been opted by minimum number of boys? Minimum number of boys. Simple question. Medical, fine arts, commerce, or non-medical? Simple question. So you will have 10 seconds to try this question and then mark your options accordingly. After 10 seconds, we'll move towards the correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. I hope that you have marked your option. Let's move to its correct option as explanation. A, medical. As we already covered this part, so I'm just going to the main or the conclusion. So you all know 240 in non-medical. Number of boys in medical 144. Number of boys in arts 495. Number of boys in fine arts 230. As you can see, the minimum number is 144 in medical. That's why option A is correct one. I hope that it is clear. Let's move to next. Same passage. Okay, let me just quickly go through it. 3000 total number of students, 25% of total student enrolled in non-medical. In that percentage of girls, 30% of the total girls. 15% of total student opted medical. In that percentage of girls, 18% of total girls. 25% of total student opt art. In that percentage of girls opted art, 15% of total girls. 16% total student opted commerce. In that percentage of girls opted commerce, 17%. 19% of total students opted fine arts. In that percentage of girls, 20% of the total number of girls. Okay, now what is the ratio among boys and girls for non-medical? Option 370, 17 ratio 8, 8 ratio 17, 17 ratio 3. You will have 10 seconds to try this question, and then after 10 seconds we will move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. Let's move to its correct option. So correct option is 8. Sorry, C means 8:17. Let's see. In non-medical, total number of students, 25% of total students means 750. Now, number of girls in non-medical, 30% of total girls means 510. Number of boys, 750 minus 510 means 240. Now, ratio will be 240 by 550. Sorry, 510, it will be 8/17 means 8:70. I hope that it is clear to you. Let's move to next. Here, different passage is given to you. Let's see. An Indian company having its registered office at Gurugram is engaged in manufacturing of consumer goods at Noida. The goods manufactured by the company are sold in Indian market and exported to Europe. Company produces 5 products PQRST. Total production of the company for the financial year 21 to 22 is 3000 tons and the turnover of the company is 50 million rupees. An analysis of the production and net revenue generation shows that the production of product P is 21% of the total production. 18% of the turnover is attributable to product P. Production of Q is 16% of the total production and 17% of turnover is attributable to Q. R accounts for 18% of the total production and 20% of the turnover. S accounts for 20% of the total production and 25% of the turnover. And the last one, T accounts for 25% of the total production and 20% of the turnover. Now, what is the percentage of profit earned from sale of R if the expenditure incurred on production of R is 15,000 per ton? I hope the question is clear to you. Option given to you: 20%, 23.46%, 26.55%, 25%. So you will have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. I hope you all marked your option. Let's move to its correct option and explanation. Option B is correct, means 23.46% is the required percentage. Let's see how. Total production 3000 tons. Production of R 18% of total production means 540 tons. Turnover 20% of 50 million. So you will have 10 million. Okay. Now expenditure on production of R, you will have expenditure per ton 15,000. Total expenditure 540 ton multiply with 15,000, you will have this. Okay, now profit from R will be profit turnover minus expenditure. So profit will be this. Now percentage will be profit divided by expenditure times 100. So your approximate value will be 23.46%. I hope that it is clear to you. Let's move to next question. Okay, the passage is same. Okay, so I'm not going to go through it again and again. Okay, let's move to the main question, which is which product has the highest selling price per ton? Q, R, S or T? Okay, so you will have 10 seconds to try this question. After 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. I hope that you all marked your option. Let's move to its correct option and explanation. Option C is correct, means S. Let's see. Total production 3000 tons. Total turnover 50 million. Production P 20% of total production means 630 tons. Turnover 18% of 50 million means this much. Selling price per ton will be this much. Okay, 14,285.71. For product Q, you will have total production 16% of total, which means 480. Turnover 17% of 50 million. You will have this. Selling price per ton means turnover divided by the production. You will have 17,708.33. Now, production for R, production will be 540 tons. Turnover will be 20% of 50 million, means 10 million. Selling price per ton will be this much, means 18,518.52. Okay, clear. Now for product S, simple. So production 20% of total, which is 600 tons. Turnover 25% of 50 million, you will have this much. Selling price, turnover divided by production, you will have 20,833.33 rupees. Now for T, you will have production 25% of total, means 750 tons. Turnover means 20% of 50 million, you will have this much. Now selling price per ton will be turnover divided by production, you will have 13,333.33. So as you can see, the product S has the highest selling price per ton, which is 20,833.33. I hope that it is clear to you. Simple question. Let's move to next question. The same paragraph, 5 products PQRST. Okay, total number of production 30 ton, 3,000 ton. Okay, total turnover 50 million. And here the production for each product is given to you and its turnover also. Okay, so we have already gone 2 times. Okay, let's jump to our main question. How much loss is incurred to company if the expenditure on production T was 20,000 per ton? Is it 5 million, 10 million, 4 million or 7 million? So you will have 10 seconds to try this question, and after 10 seconds we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. Let's move towards its correct option and explanation. Option A is correct, means 5 million. Total production 3,000 ton. Production of T 25% of total, means 750 tons. Turnover 20% of 50 million, means 10 million. Expenditure on product T, you will have expenditure per ton is 20,000. Now total expenditure will be 750 tons multiplied with 20,000, means this much. Now loss means total expenditure minus turnover, means you will have loss of this much, means 5 million. Okay, so T will have 5 million of loss. I hope that it is clear to you. Let's move to the next one. Same question. 5 products, total production 3,000 tons, total turnover 50 million rupees. P product production 21% of total production, 18% of total turnover. Q production 16% of total production, turnover 17% of the total turnover. Okay, for R it is 18% of the total production and 20% of the turnover. For S 20% of the production, 25% of the turnover. For T 25% of the production, 20% of the turnover. Clear? Now what percent of turnover of R has to turnover of T? Option 100%, 75%, 50%, 60%. Simple question. You will have 10 seconds to try this question. After 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. Let's move it to its correct option and its explanation. Option A is correct one, which is 100%. Let's see. Total turnover 50 million rupees. Turnover of R is 20% of it, 50 million, which is 10 million. Total turnover from T 20% of 50 million, which is 10 million. From percentage, as you can see, turnover from R divided by turnover from T multiply with 100, you will have 100%. Okay, I hope that it is clear to you, the explanation. Let's move to next one. Same passage. 5 products PQRST. Total production 3000 tons. Total turnover 50 million rupees. For P, 20 production is 21% of total production and turnover 18% of the total turnover. For Q, 16% of total production and turnover 17% of total turnover. For R, 18% of total production, 20% of turnover. For S, 20% of total production, 25% of turnover. For T, 25% of total production, 20% of turnover. Now main question, what is the average selling price per ton of all products taken together? Option 17,488, 17,667, 18,667, 16,667. You will have 10 seconds to try this question. And after 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. Let's move to its correct option. Correct option is D, which is 16,667. Let's see. Total turnover 50 million. Total production 3000 tons. Average selling price per ton can be calculated by this. Total turnover divided by total production, which means 50 million divided by 3000. So you will have average selling price 16,666.67, which is approximately this. Okay, that's why option D is correct one. I hope that explanation is clear to you. Let's move to next question. Here, different passage is given to you. Let's see quickly. In an organization, the total number of employees working in various departments, IT, marketing, purchase, HR, accounts, and production are 4,500. The information regarding department-wise percentage of employees was collected and recorded. About gender ratio of the employees was prepared. Now, 18% of total employees work in IT department. And ratio of male to female in IT 2:1. In marketing, ratio of male to female 2:3. Number of employees engaged in marketing is 20% of total employees. 12% of the total employees are running in HR department. And the ratio of male to female in this department means HR department is 5:1. The fraction of male to female in production department is 3:2. Total number of person employed in this department means in what department we are talking about? In the production department. Okay. In production department, total number of employees 15% of the total workforce. The number of person occupied in purchase and accounts department is 24% and 11% respectively. Means in purchase 24, in accounts 11%. Okay. Gender ratio of male to female in purchase department is 1:1 and in accounts 1:2. I hope the information is very clear to you. Okay. So now main question is, how many females are employed in purchase department? 450, 540, 495, 595. So you will have 10 seconds to solve this question, and after 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. Let's move to its correct option and its explanation. Option B is correct, means 540. Let's see. Total number of employees 4,500. Percentage of employees in purchase department 24%. Number of employees in purchase department 24% of total employees, which is 1080, means 1080. Ratio of male to female 1:1. Means number of females employed in purchase department, half time of this means 540. That's why option B is correct. I hope the explanation is clear to you. Okay, let's move to next question. Passage is same. Let me just quickly go through it. So, IT, marketing, purchase, HR, accounts and production department all have total number of employees 4,500. Okay. Now, in IT department, ratio of male to female is 2:1. In marketing, male to female ratio is 2:3. Number of employees in marketing is 20% of total employee. Now 12% of total employees is in HR department, and ratio of male to female is 5:1. In production department, male to female ratio is 3:2. Total number of employees 15% of total workforce. Okay, and in purchase department you will have 24% of total workers. In accounts you will have 11%. In purchase department ratio is 1:1, and in accounts department it is 1:2. Now the main question is, how many employees are working in IT and accounts department together? Options: 1702, 1646, 1766, 1305. I hope that this question is very clear to you. So you will have 10 seconds to try this question. After 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. Let's move towards its correct option and explanation. Option is 1305. Let's see how. The option D. Total employees 4500. Number of employees in IT department 18% of total. So this means 18% of total means 4500 means 810. In accounts it is 11% means 11% of total. This means 495. Now combining both the numbers, you will have 810 plus 495, you will have 1305. That's why your option D is correct. I hope the explanation is clear to you. Let's move to the next question. The same passage. Total number of employees combining across all departments 4500. In IT department, ratio male to female is 2:1. Okay, and the total number of employees 18%. Marketing ratio is 2:3, male to female. Total number of employees 20%. In HR, total number of employees 12%. Ratio is 5:1. In production, ratio is 3:2. Employee 15% of total. In purchase, total number of employees 24%. Ratio 1:1. In accounts, total employee 11%. Ratio 1:2. Now main question is, what is the ratio of total number of male to the total number of female working in all the departments put together? Option 63:41, 19:27, 41:34, 34:41. I hope the question is clear to you. So you will have 10 seconds to try this question. After 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. Let's see its correct option and explanation. Option is A, which is 63:41. Let's see how. Total number of employees 4500. Total number of males in IT 2/3 times 18% of total employees means 540. Males in marketing 2/5 times 20% of total employees means 360. In HR department, males 5/6 times 12% of 4500 means 450. In production department, males 3/5 times 15% of total workforce means 405. In purchase department, half times 24% of total workforce means 540. In accounts department, 1/3 times 11% of total workforce means 165. Now sum all the numbers, you will have total numbers of male employees means 2460. And you all know the total number of employees are 4500. Now subtract, you will have total number of female, which is 2040. Now required ratio will be 2460 and 2040. You will have 41:34. I hope that steps are clear to you. Okay, let's move to next. The same passage. I'm not going to go through it again and again. Okay, clear? Let me just directly jump to the main question. Number of females in marketing department form what percent of total number of employees in the organization? Is it 8%, 7, 12% or 10%? You will have 10 seconds to try this question. After 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and its explanation. So your time starts now. Let's move towards its correct option. So correct option is C, means 12%. Let's see how. Total number of employees, 4,500. Number of females in marketing department, 3 by 5 times 20% of total workforce means 540. Now required percentage will be 540 divided by total number of workforce times 100% means 12%. That's why option C is correct. I hope that it is clear to you. Let's move to the last question of this session, which is the same passage. Let me just for the last time go through it. Total number of employees 4,500. In IT department, total number of employees 18% of total workforce. Ratio male to female 2:1. In marketing, ratio is 2:3. Total number of employees 20%. In HR department, total number of employees 12%. Ratios male to female 5:1. In production department, total number of employees 15%. Ratio is 3:2. In purchase department, employees 24%. Ratio 1:1. In accounts department, employees 11%. Ratio 1:2. Okay. Now, what is the ratio of the number of males in marketing department to the number of males in HR department? Is it 4:5, 5:4, 7:3 or 6:7? You will have 10 seconds to try this question. After 10 seconds, we'll move towards its correct option and explanation. So your time starts now. Let's see. The correct option is A, 4:5. Let's see how. Total number of employees 4,500. Number of males in marketing department 2 by 5 times 20% of total workforce, which is 360. Number of males in HR department 5 by 6 times 12% of total workforce, which is 540. So required ratio will be 360 by 540 means 4:5. Okay. As this was our last question, as you all know. Okay. So I hope that in today's session, the all questions and its explanation are clear to you. Okay. So this is the end from our side for this session. Thank you.